Hi children, this is Saujanya. Welcome to e-Manabadi. Today we are going to talk about problems on comparison of fractions. Let's see the problems. Write shaded portion as fraction. Arrange them in ascending and descending order using correct sign. Let me write the fraction for this figure. Here the fraction becomes 3 by 8 because out of 8 equal parts, 3 parts are shaded. Here 6 parts are shaded out of 8 equal parts, and here 4 parts are shaded out of 8 equal parts, and 1 part is shaded out of 8 equal parts. And let me write the fraction for these also. And here the fraction becomes 8 parts are shaded out of 9 equal parts, and here 4 parts are shaded out of 9 equal parts, and 3 parts are shaded out of 9 equal parts, and 6 parts are shaded out of 9 equal parts. And let me write in ascending and descending order. You know that ascending order is nothing but increasing order. We need to take from lowest to highest value, and descending order is nothing but decreasing order, and we need to take from highest value to lowest value. And here let me write the lowest value. Here all these fractions are like fractions, so the greater numerator is greater, smaller numerator is smaller. So here 1 is the smaller numerator, so this 1 by 8 is the lowest of all the fractions. This 1 by 8 is less than 3 by 8, and this 3 by 8 is less than 4 by 8, and this 4 by 8 is less than 6 by 8. And let me write the descending order. Here the greatest value is 6. 6 is the greatest numerator, so 6 by 8 becomes the greatest of all the values. Now 6 by 8 is greater than 4 by 8, and 4 by 8 is greater than 3 by 8, and this 3 by 8 is greater than 1 by 8. And let me write the ascending order for problem B. Here the lowest value becomes 3 by 9 because 3 is the smaller numerator of all the fractions. So 3 by 9 is less than 4 by 9, and this 4 by 9 is less than 6 by 9, and this 6 by 9 is less than 8 by 9. And let me write the descending order. Here 8 is the greatest numerator, so in like fractions greatest numerator is the greater value. So this 8 by 9 is greater than 6 by 9, and this 6 by 9 is greater than 4 by 9, and this 4 by 9 is greater than 3 by 9. And let me show 2 by 6, 4 by 6, 8 by 6 and 6 by 6 on number line. Put appropriate signs between the fractions. Now the number line is divided into 8 equal parts. Let us assume these as 8 equal parts. Now this is nothing but 2 by 6, and this is 4 by 6, and this is 6 by 6, and this 8 by 6 is the improper fraction, so this is beyond 0 and 1. And let me put appropriate signs between the fractions. Here this 5 by 6 and 2 by 6 are like fractions, so greater numerator is greater, so 5 is greater than 2, and 5 by 6 is greater than 2 by 6. And here this can be written as 0 by 6. These are like fractions. This 3 is greater than 0, so 3 by 6 is greater than 0. And here 1 by 6 is greater than 6 by 6. This 1 is less than 6, so 1 by 6 is less than 6 by 6. And here these are like fractions, so greater numerator is greater, so 8 is greater than 5, so 8 by 6 is greater than 5 by 6. And compare the fraction and put appropriate sign. Here these are the like fractions, so greater numerator is greater, smaller numerator is smaller. This 3 is less than 5, so 5 by 6 is less than 3 by 6. And here these are unlike fractions with same numerator, and in the unlike fractions greater denominator is smaller, so it is smaller. So this 7 is greater than 4, so the greater denominator is smaller, so 1 by 7 is less than 1 by 4. And here these are the like fractions, so smaller numerator is smaller, greater numerator is greater. And here these are the unlike fractions with same numerator. So here greater denominator is smaller and smaller denominator is greater. So this 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 7 because 5 is the smaller denominator. And look at the figure and write less than or greater than or equal to between the given pair of fractions. Here 0 less than 1, so 0 by 1 is less than 1 by 1. And here 0 is less than 2 and 1 is less than 2. All these are like fractions, so we can compare the numerators. So 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3. And here also 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3 and 3 is less than 4. The comparison of like fractions is very easy. It is like comparison of natural numbers. This 3 is less than 4, 4 is less than 5 and 5 is less than 6. And here 1 by 6 and 1 by 3, these are unlike fractions with same numerator. So greater denominator is smaller. So this 1 by 6 is less than 1 by 3. And here these are the unlike fractions with different denominator and different numerators. So let me take the LCM of these 4 and 6. The LCM of 4 and 6 becomes 2 into 2 into 3. LCM is 2 into 2 into 3. This is nothing but 12. Now 12 is the LCM. Let me write the equivalent fractions. 4 into 3 is nothing but 12. We need to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number. Here 6 into 2 is nothing but 12. And we need to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. Now the fractions becomes, the equivalent fractions of 3 by 4 is 9 by 12 and here 4 by 12. 2 by 6 is 4 by 12. So these are like fractions. 9 is greater than 4. This 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 6. And here these are the unlike fractions with same numerator. So greater denominator is greater, smaller denominator is smaller. So this is 2 by 3 is greater than 2 by 4 because 3 is the smaller denominator. And these are the simplest form of this, it becomes 1 and this is also becomes 1. These are the equal fractions. And here these are the fractions, unlike fractions with the same numerator. So here greater denominator is smaller. So 6 is the greater denominator. So this 5 by 6 is less than 5 by 5. How quickly can you do this? Fill appropriate sign. Here these are the unlike fractions with same numerator. Here smaller denominator is greater. So 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 5. And here these are the unlike fractions. So let me take the LCM of 4 and 6. The LCM of 4 and 6 is nothing but here we have taken the LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Let me write the fractions. The equivalent fractions of 2 by 4 is 4 into 12. 4 into 3 and we need to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. And the equivalent fractions of 3 by 6 is 3 into 2. And here the fraction becomes 2 by 4 becomes 6 by 12 and here the fraction becomes this is also 6 into 6 by 12. So these are equal fractions. And here it can also be done as, let me write the simplest form of this 1 by 2 and this is also 1 by 2. And in this way also these are the equal fractions. And here these are unlike fractions with different denominators and different numerators. Here the LCM becomes 5 into 3, that is nothing but 15, because this 5 and 3 doesn't have any common factors, so we can take the product of these numbers as LCM. Now let's write the equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. This 5 into 3 is nothing but 15 and we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number. 3 into 5 is 15. We need to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. Now the fractions becomes 9 by 15 and 10 by 15. And this 9 is less than 10. So this 3 by 5 is less than 2 by 3. And this 3 by 4 and 2 by 8, let me write the simplest form of this. This is nothing but 1 by 4. So this 3 is greater than 1. So this 3 by 4 is greater than 1 by 4. And here these are also like fractions. So greater numerator is greater, smaller numerator is smaller. And here these are also like fractions. Here greater numerator is greater value. So 7 by 9 is greater than 3 by 9. The following fractions represent just 3 different numbers. Separate them into 3 groups of equivalent fractions by changing each one into its simplest form. Now the simplest form, let me write the simplest form. Here 2 is the common factor. This is nothing but 1 by 6. Here 3 is the common factor. This is nothing but 1 by 5. And here 2 is the common factor. This is nothing but 4 by 25. And here also 4 is the common factor. And this is also nothing but 4 by 25. And this is also 10 is the common factor. And this is nothing but 1 upon 6. And here 15 is the common factor. This is nothing but 1 by 5. And here 12 is the common factor. So 1 by 5 is the. And here the HCF is 16 and 16 is the common HCF. So this is nothing but 1 by 6. And here 3 is the HCF. So 4 by 25. And here 12 is the common factor HCF and it is the 1 by 6. And here 3 is the HCF and here it is the 1 by 6. And here 4 by 25 is in its simplest form. This is nothing but 4 by 25. So we have found out that 3 simplest forms, 1 by 6, 1 by 5 and 4 by 25. And find the answers to the following and write and indicate how you solved them. And here this 5 by 9 is equal to 4 by 5. Is 5 by 9 is equal to 4 by 5. See, these two are in its simplest form because these two doesn't contain any common factors other than 1 and itself. Here 5 and 9 are in its simplest form and 4 by 5 is in its simplest form. So these are entirely different fractions. So these are not equal fractions. So these are not equal fractions. And here 9 by 16 is equal to 5 by 9. Here 9 by 16 is also in its simplest form and 5 by 9 is also in its simplest form because this doesn't contain any common factors other than 1 and itself. This 9 and 16 doesn't contain any common factors and this 5 and 9 also doesn't contain any common factors. So these two are entirely different fractions. So these are not equal fractions. And is 4 and 5 is equal to 16 by 20. Let me write this 4 by 5 and 16 by 20. And this 16 by 20 has common factors. Let me write the simplest form of this. Here 4 becomes the HCF. Here this is 4 by 5. The simplest form of 16 by 20 is also 4 by 5. So these are equal fractions. And here 1 by 15 is equal to 4 by 13. Let me write the simplest form of 4 by 30. Here it is nothing but 2 is the HCF. So this 2 by 15 is the simplest form. So this 1 by 15 is not equal to 2 by 15. So these are not equal fractions. And Ella read 25 pages of a book containing 100 pages. Here, Ella has 25 pages of book containing 100 pages. She read 25 pages. The total pages of a book is 100. Total pages is equal to 100 and read pages equal to 25. So the fraction of read pages equal to that out of 100 pages she read 25 pages. This is nothing but 1/4. And Lalita read 2/5. Lalita read pages equal to 2/5. So these 1/4 and 2/5 are unlike fractions. Now let me take the LCM. These doesn't contain any common factors, so we can take the product as LCM. Now the product becomes 20. The LCM is 20. Now let me write the equivalent fractions. This 5 into 4 is nothing but 20. So we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same numbers. So 4 into 5 is nothing but 20. So now the fractions becomes 8/20 and 5/20. Now 8 is greater than 20. So this is 2/5 Lalita read and 1/4 this Ella read. So this 5 is less than, so Ella read less pages. Now Rafik exercised for 3/6 of an hour while Rohit exercised for 3/4 of an hour. Here Rafik was 3/6 of an hour and Rohit was 3/4 of an hour. Here these two are unlike fractions with same numerator. You know that the greater denominator is smaller and smaller denominator is greater. Here 6 is greater denominator, so 3/6 is less than 3/6 is less than 3/4. So here Rafik is exercised for less time and Rohit exercised longer time. So Rohit was exercised longer time. And in a class A of 25 students, 20 passed with 60% or more marks. And here total students of class A equal to 25 students and 60% of pass fraction equal to pass students equal to 20. So fraction for class A with 60% or more marks equal to, out of 25 students, 20 were passed with 60% or more. This is nothing but 4/5. And the total students of class B equal to total students of class B equal to 30 students and 60% are more pass students equal to the number of pass students equal to 24. So the fraction for class B with 60% or more marks passed equal to, out of 30 students 24 are passed, so this is nothing but 4 by 5. So these two are equal fractions. So this the pass percentage of class A and class B equal to same. These are equally passed with 60% or more marks. This is about fractions. If you have any queries, please comment on the comment section. Please do share, subscribe and like. Thank you, children.